Hey friends, real estate investor and licensed realtor here, Renee Dunnigan. I had a great question and I wanted to address it. There's a quote that says, if you aren't paying for the product, you are the product. Now this pertains to, we get a lot of people who ask, well, why would I pay for real estate investing education when I could just watch YouTube videos and Bigger Pockets podcasts and things like that? Okay, so this quote actually, if you aren't the product, you are the product, came from the documentary called Social Dilemma. So I will tell you, for those of you who aren't adept at marketing, online marketing, if you think about it, when you get something free, typically there's a progression. So think about Rich Dad, Poor Dad real estate investing. I'm sure everybody has seen the advertisements for going to a free day seminar, right? So you go to the free day seminar and you're like, yes, I'm going to get some great information. I'm going to know how to be a real estate investor. Booyah, free class, right? It's 8 hours. It's awesome. So you go and you get super jazzed. By the way, I'm telling you this from experience. This is exactly the path I did first. So you go, you get all that great information, you're super excited, and you're ready to rock and roll. The next thing is a 3-day workshop. So you run to the back of the room, and it's like $179. And depending where you go, if it's Fortune Builders or whoever it is, there's certain incentives and programs and whatnot. So it's like a really low cost entry into it. Then you go to the 3-day seminar, and now you get awesome content. You get all these ideas on these different strategies, and you get like literally this much information. It feels like this much though, like you can't see, but like this much. But the thing is, it's like saying to a plumber, oh yeah, you want to be a professional plumber? Grab your plunger. It's not enough information. It's not enough tools, right? But the thing is, so you go to that 3-day seminar, you get a bunch of information, you're feeling empowered, but you know there's more to it. So what do? You bust out your credit card, and if you're at the Rich Dad program, it starts at $14,000. I know because I paid that. Okay, so $14,000 on up to, I think the top package, don't quote me because this has been a couple of years, like 2 years, 3 years now. I think it was like $60,000, but there's extra add-ons and all this stuff, right? So here's the key. You have a limited time to use this. And I found this out the hard way because a year went by. I didn't finish my last class, and I'd only taken each class one time, which I don't know if you know, is not enough to be a master at something. Okay. There's certain levels of knowledge, and knowledge, I won't go into that. That's another video. But the point is, you have a time limit. So if you're a busy person, you have kids, you have deals that you're trying to do, you go out, you try something, it doesn't work, you want to go back, you study your materials. Pretty soon, a year's up and now you have nothing. So that's how a lot of these organizations work. But I want to tell you, think about your favorite YouTube influencer. Okay, you've got, I'm trying to think of my favorite one. Oh my gosh, there's so many. But there's always a no cost, low cost, group, and individual. So if you think of like a life coach, right? That's a perfect example, super easy to come up with here. So they've got this free online downloadable, like the top 3 ways that your mindset is ruining you during the COVID virus. Right? Okay. So it's free. It cost them nothing. They did the work one time. It's no time out of their day. No more time out of their day. So you download that and you're like, oh, I got some value, right? Now you've got a low cost thing. So maybe that's $19.99, and it's a 3-hour workshop on ways that you can, I don't know. I can't even think of anything right now, but then you've got the next level up, which is a group coaching. Then if you want to get one-on-one and you don't want any distractions, you want to have 100% of their attention, it's going to be $1,200, $18,000, whatever, depending on their level of coaching and their success rate and what they're doing for you and helping you achieve. That's how their pricing goes. So I went to Suzanne Evans. She's a like top marketing coach, and she's pretty amazing. But what she talked about is you have to evaluate cost based on what your return is. So if I'm going to get my makeup done at Sephora, that's a pretty low cost thing, right? However, if I'm going to invest in real estate education, what's the return on investment for me? If I can make multiple six figures, obviously I'm going to invest more in my growth and my education and my business than if it's a one-time thing that doesn't mean anything. It's not going to put money in my pocket, right? So the whole point is, if you are paying for the product, if you are not paying for the product, you are the product. Means you're going to be essentially sold into something else. That free part is just an entry. It's to build credibility for the speaker, the coach, whatever it is. And then it's to get your trust and build that relationship so that at some point you will invest further. So don't be confused by, I could just do all this free online. Well, okay, you're going to pay for education one way or another. Are you going to learn from somebody who does this day in and day out and has already made the mistakes and is going to prevent you from making a $100,000, $600,000, $2 million mistake? Or are you going to learn from somebody who's, you don't know what their credentials are, you don't know their bank standing, you don't know how many deals they've failed in, what their current financials are, they being sued? We don't know, right? So with a company like ours, those things have already been vetted. They've already been pre-screened. They're tracked. Their results are tracked every quarter, if not every year. So these are the kinds of things you want to look in when you're trying to decide if you're going to invest in something. How these people are succeeding. Are they succeeding because they're teaching you how to be rich? Or are they succeeding because they're doing the thing every day that they're teaching you to do? Cool. If you have any questions, message me. You can reach out via Facebook, LinkedIn. I'm everywhere. So just Google me, Renee Dunnigan, real estate investor. Cool. Thanks, guys.